Hello, friends. Got a bunch of spilled water on my sweatshirt. Life will continue. I think get this camera right. I think that'll work. Cool, got my cup of coffee with me. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, the heck is today? Wednesday? It is Wednesday. Okay, so I've had 2-a-days for Monday, Tuesday. I've had 2-a-days, and today will be my third. And I was expecting to be really beat down today. And I wasn't. That's pretty nice. As you can see, I had some bounce in me a little bit. I did cut the workout on the court off a little bit shorter, just because I had been doing some more intense jumps and I was doing sprint shooting. That's a lot of load on the body. And I kind of felt a little bit of maybe a minor ache and pain. So I decided what's it worth trying to fight through. I'm just going to come back later today. And that's the thing with 2-a-days is nice is that you can just stop doing something and not feel guilty about it and just do it later. Same with my upstairs workout as well. So the workout today is pretty straightforward. I went through acceleration shooting. I'm really focusing on sprinting into my jump shot. It's actually feeling better, kind of redundant. I say that every time. But my capacity to actually sprint into my jump shot is getting much better. It's a lot of load on the ankle, knee, and hip. I do have a little bit of ankle tightness, which is expected, but not too bad at all. So I did my acceleration shooting, multiple directions, uphill, downhill, meaning uphill is like going, if you have the arc of the three-point line going towards the top of the key, and then downhill would be going towards the hoop. So uphill, downhill. And then once I feel warmed up, like, oh, I could, excuse me, I'm yawning because I'm tired and I woke up really early this morning because the little one was awake really early. And that's just life, I guess. But sorry, excuse me. Once I get fully warmed up and I feel good, I'll do my jumps because I like to think of my jumping on these type of days. It's not like a skill of basketball. I'm not like, oh, now I'm going to go dunk on somebody. It's not real. I mean, maybe, who knows? But it was more like I want to get some max effort jumping to help build the strength and power in my legs. And when I feel good, I'll say, okay, I'll do 15 minutes of this, maybe 30 to 20 jumps. Totally depends on the effort of the jumps. And be done with my jumping. And that's what I did today. And that was really nice. And I jumped really well. As you guys can see in the video, all my jumps were pretty consistent. I felt like I was jumping high. But nice enough is I just focus on jumping high. Sometimes I'll do that same kind of concept, but a little more skill-based, like off the move. You're not always jumping maximal height because the skill factor limits you. And that's something that you always want to weigh is that, am I doing something that's excessively, like, okay, from a nerd standpoint, physiology driven? So am I just excessively trying to jump high? Or am I excessively training a skill standpoint? Because if it becomes so complicated skill-wise, then you can't physically exert yourself with maximal effort. But if it's only maximal effort, then you don't get better at the skill. So it's kind of a give and take. So I did that, and I went upstairs in my lower body work from the athlete training team. Again, if you guys want to join it, feel free to check it out. I program on there, and we had, this is actually Monday's workout, part of Monday's workout. There was snatch, grip, high pulls, and drop jumps. And I take my own programming, and I mix and match it on the days that make the most sense for me, as I hope you would too. I've been having trouble getting my upper body work in, so I've been trying to do basically 1 to 2 upper body exercises a day. Take my programming, I kind of split it up throughout the week, a couple exercises here and there. So by the time then the week is over, I've done my entire upper body training, which is nice. Those are kind of the big takeaways from the training session. The actual mental side of this is fun because I make these videos and it keeps me somewhat sane, to be honest. But I kind of feel like Castaway, when he's like, Wilson, because, Wilson, you guys, I don't know the age group who's listening to this and who's going to get a Castaway reference to Tom Hanks and his volleyball Wilson. But this is like my Wilson. It's keeping me sane throughout the process because otherwise this would be kind of a hopelessly boring process and almost kind of silly at times. But with you guys being on the videos or listening to the videos or watching the videos and me talking to the camera, pretending like you guys watch the videos, it seems to be pretty helpful. One of the big takeaways so far is the fact that you have to recognize conditioning, physical capacity, and your ability to actually go onto the court and do things grows with the sheer volume of input, but only grows with what the input is. And what I mean by that is if I just do jumps and dunks and sprints and shots, I neglect my defensive portion. Now, I might have the capacity to jump a lot, but that doesn't mean I have the capacity to decelerate, change direction. I have to do that later today, my second workout. It's going to be some light conditioning, might be some shooting, it might be some jumping, very minimal. No, it's actually going to be a little more demanding than minimal. But with that in mind, it's helped build the capacity. So it won't be 100,000% effort, but I can't ignore it just because it's difficult to do. I don't have someone to train with here. On top of that, I need to eat my food, and I ate my food before I made this video this time versus last time I ate my food after the video because I need to get the nutrients inside of me to start processing so it can expedite and speed up that recovery process. That's basically all I have for you today. I don't have too much. Life's been kind of busy. The little one woke up really early today. So I was up early, had my favorite little fried rice, egg. It's like a fried rice pancake almost with eggs on it. I love that meal. It gives me a lot of energy. I don't know why. It seems to do great for me. Good carbs, protein, fats. My pre-workout-ish meal in this case is pretty early in the morning, so it was a little bit before I actually went to work out. And then if you guys have questions or comments, let me know. Comment below. I appreciate you guys as always. I'll keep these videos coming. And thanks for following along this journey. Take care, guys. Thanks for subscribing, following, liking, and doing all those YouTube things that help this page grow.